So one question that's come up and one thing we figured out in first period was how do we factor something with your calculator, especially if you're looking at something like on the homework. If you flip to on the homework, you can see, or we can even look at number 5. Let's look at number 5. You can see that it's asking us to factor the number 168. So we're trying to factor 168, and I know a lot of you go, okay, man, I have to factor one at a time. So one thing you could do is you can go ahead and go to y equals. It should look like this right here, y equals right here. Or sorry, right here. And you're going to go ahead and click y equals. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to type in one of these plots. And so we're going to go ahead and type in 168. And then you're going to click divided by. So you're going to click divided by. I'm going to back out a little bit more. You're going to hit divided by, which is this button right here. Divided by x, which is, you see x, t, theta, and n. You're just going to go ahead and click x. Okay. At this point, you should see 168 divided by x right here. And then what you want to do is you want to click on second, which is this blue button, not always be blue for you. Go ahead and click on second, and then go ahead and click on graph. You can see here that it gives you a bunch of numbers. You might not know what they are, but what it's doing is it's dividing 168 by these numbers on the left, and then on the right it's giving you the y values. So if we were to look at these, you can see here that 168, you can see that 1 and 168, that's one of the factors. 2 and 84, that's another factor. 3 and 56, that's another factor. 4 and 42, that's another factor, 2 factors. And then here you can see that 5 and 33.6, that's not a factor because it's a decimal, okay? So then you would keep going, you would go to 6 and 28, that's another factor. You can go down, that's 7 and 24, that's another factor. 8 and 21, that's another factor. And then you can see here 9 and 18, they're not factors because there's decimals involved. Not a factor, decimal involved. There's another factor, 12 and 14. And then you can see here 14 and 12. So once you get to the point where the left number is greater than the right number, then you no longer have to count the factors. The reason is if you look here, you can see that the factor is 12 and 14. Just previously right here. And then if I went down 2, I have 14 and 12. So what it does is that it's now flipping so that it's going to give you the same factors. So when the x value is greater than the y value, then you're going to start repeating the same factor. So once the left number or the x value is greater than the y, you can stop counting the factors because then it's just going to repeat. Okay?